How's everybody doing? This is the Flight Sim Deck. This is where it all happens. My name is Patrick, and today what I wanted to do was kind of tell the story of how I got into flight simulation, and then I want to hear your stories about how you got into it. So basically, I've been around planes kind of my whole life. I started flying when I was 4 years old. Not flying it myself, but I started going on flights. My family moved from California to North Carolina when I was 4, and we took a flight from San Francisco to Las Vegas, and then from Las Vegas to Charlotte, North Carolina. So that was my first experience with flying on airliners. My dad worked for U.S. Airways, which is now American, for 35 years. He even started way back when they were called PSA, so he's a real OG with that company. And so I kind of always had a lot of airplane knowledge from him. But I still really wasn't into flight simulation until only about 3 years ago. I mean, I would pick up FSX every now and then, but it wasn't good back then. It was not that much fun to play. Now it's incredible. So what really got me into this was I went on a trip to Japan, and I had never been on so many airplanes for that long in my life, and something with that trip changed me. So to go to Japan, I flew from California to Seattle, and then from Seattle it was a 9-hour flight to Tokyo. And then we also went to South Korea during that trip. So I flew from Tokyo, Japan to Seoul, South Korea. And then we were there for 3 days, and then flew from Seoul back to Tokyo. We were in Tokyo for 3 more days, and then flew from Tokyo to LAX, and then up to KSMF, which is where I reside. So when I got home from that trip, I just really had this urge to play flight simulators. I went out the next day, still jet lagged, waking up at 3 in the morning, wide awake, and I went and I bought this yoke and this throttle part right here. I have 2 of them in here now, but this is the one I bought, and I went on Steam. I got the latest FSX. And I started doing the tutorials, started learning how to land and do those things, and then I started just flying around for fun. And it was only up until last summer that I decided I would make a YouTube channel. I would start recording these flights because it's so much fun to make these videos. I've always loved making films and things like that, so you'll notice with my videos you'll see a lot of like cinematic views, and that's just from my film background. I like to include that into flight simulation. So, for the past 2 years, I've been just studying up on it, learning about how the PMDG works, and every plane I can get my hands on. I'm still not, the best at it, but I'm learning. Only been into it for a couple years. I tried to go on a discovery flight not too long ago, but the instructor school was kind of being flaky. They would tell me to show up at one time, I would be there, and then they weren't there. They were out on a flight or something. So I haven't gotten into doing that yet. I still want to do that. I want to do some gliding, and I want to do some just flying around in a little Cessna, learning how to do that. I mean, maybe not going as far as getting my private pilot's license right now, but just going up and doing it sometimes. Probably the gliding thing. There's a lot of good gliding schools up here, so I'll probably be doing that at some point. Just got to find another school to go through. And yeah, that's where I'm at with the flight simulation thing. That's kind of my story on it, and I'd like to hear your guys' stories. So if you want to tell me in the comments or make a video response and let me know, that would be really cool. So hopefully this will be an ongoing thing. I might do videos like this from time to time, but I thought I would just do this one face to face without just the audio. And yeah, now you guys know what I look like, so we got that out of the way. Alright guys, so yeah, let's hear those responses, and take care. Happy flights.